All right, I'm on hole number 10 of the 2019 Christmas tournament. Let's look at it real quick. Scroll through them. All right, I was able to pick this up on the front. I was able to hit a perfect shot. Came in this area, extra mile, level 6, and a Titan. Was able to get up through the gap and was right here and was able to make the chip on and get the eagle. So there's a very narrow little gap here. If you hit it perfect, you've got a shot. If you hit it great to the left or the right, you're either going to be in the sand or the rough. To help me out on that, I'm adding on a little bit of curl. So, and what I mean by that is, if you hit this shot so that you're going straight at it, okay, you're going straight at the cup. So here's the deal. You're hitting a straight shot. Let me see if I can get my pen to work. You're hitting a straight shot, okay, and you hit it great to the right. Guess what? It's going great to the right. There's nothing to stop it. So, bam, you're in the sand. You hit it great to the left. It's a straight shot. Bam, you're in the rough. Okay? There's nothing to change that. But if you have side spin and curl, and in this case, it's everything to the right. So you have all the right-hand side spin and right-hand curl on it. When you hit this, when the landing zone that's out here, when it hits out here, it's not going to continue on in this direction because the ball came in like this. It came in at an angle. So guess what? It's going to, even though you hit it great to the left, everything's bringing the ball back to the right. And so you may go through this a little to the right, but you've got a better shot when you're taking long shots like this. You have a better shot of ending up where you want to end up if you have some kind of movement on the ball, because that way, if you hit a great to the left or the right, it's not going to be a big deal. Now, since I'm trying to take everything to the right, if I hit it great to the right, I'm probably going to end up a little greater to the right, and I have a good chance of getting in the sand. But I always like to put a little bit of movement on the ball. And in the landing zone down here, where it's at with this extra mile 6, I'm like right on my yellow ring. And if you watch my videos on a regular basis, I'm a big fan of being 2 rings off of any transitional surface, because if you're only 1 ring off and you hit it great to the right, guess what? You're going to end up in the rough right here. And I don't want to end up in the rough right here. If I end up in the rough, I want to end up in the rough up here. It's a much easier shot, much easier to make wind adjustments. So I'm trying to leave myself 2 rings of maneuver down here so that if I hit it great to the left or the right, I'm still moving in a forward direction to get up into this area. So in order to do that, I have to move the ball to the left, and that means I need to put every bit of movement to the right to bring it back. So I'm going to take an extra mile and a Titan, the king of balls. It's already chosen. Extra mile and a Titan. Open up that pin chest. Get the ball rolling. I'm going to save my gems. I may need some. I may have to buy a couple. I think in the weekend round there are a couple of these holes that I may bring a Kingmaker on. And I may have to buy a couple balls. I don't buy a lot of packs for this account. I try and stick with just the balls that you can win so that I can show you guys that you can get it done. You can get it done with lower level clubs. Are your chances better with upper developed clubs? Yes, only because of ball guide. And so see how it's 1 ring? I'm going to come over a little to give myself a little bit of room for maneuver. And I'm going to take the wind out. It's 2.5 per ring, so there's 2.5. That leaves me it's about 3/5, or excuse me, 4/5 of a ring. Oh, hit it 75 rings great to the right, so that'll end up in the sand if it doesn't clip the rough right here. And luckily, I ended up in the fairway still. Excellent. Now, this might put me in my Kingfisher range. And my Kingfisher hits 1.2, 2.1, 2.4, and I'm definitely going to have to take some wind off because it's definitely uphill. Now, I might be in my Firefly range, and my Firefly hits 2.2 per ring at max. And I think I'm going to take off, whew, boy, that's big. I'm going to take off maybe 10 to 20% of the wind. I've only had to take the shot once from that area. Usually if I epic fail, it's up there in the sand at the beginning. Now it looks like sand, but it's actually rough. Maybe some sand in the middle. Okay, so I'm in my Kingfisher. There's minimum club, there's max. So I'm right at mid club. So that's 2.1 per ring. I can get way down on it. So I'm going to take off at least 10%. So I'm going to do a 2, it's 2.1. I'm going to do a 1 ring pull. Hit it great to the left. A little fast coming in. A little fast. It's going to be one of those holes. What I should have done was put on a little bit more backspin and get close to the hole, because it's one of those holes where you move it a little bit and the ball guide appears, and you move it a little bit, the ball guide disappears, and that's one of those holes that you'll hit it and it'll end up being short. If you hit it in the spot where the ball guide's going through it, it'll end up being short. And if you hit it where the ball guide's not going through it, it'll end up being long. It's one of those kind of weird holes. So usually it's better to put on backspin and get closer to the hole and eliminate that movement on the course. It's doing that because you're hitting uphill. In the hole. So I got an eagle on this on the front, and I got a birdie here, and I had a shot right there, and I didn't hit it perfect. I think perfect. And there's no guarantee. As fast as I went past the hole, I would have had to hit the flagpole and hope that it stuck in the hole. So I'm going to have to pick a shot up if I want to stay on. What I really want to do on this is my minimum score is minus 24. And what I'd like to do is try and pick up 1 per side. Even though it's a low level account, I still got it. There's still holes that we can pick shots up on. So I'd really like to pick up at least 1 per side with these T4 clubs and come into the weekend round with a minus 26. That's going to put me up really high in tiebreakers. Good luck in the tournament. All right, that was hole number 10 of the 2019 Christmas tournament in the opening round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.